I'm Ken, this is CRT. Welcome to this episode where I am going to be talking about this, the TRS-80 MC-10 computer. Those of you that watch my channel know that I'm a big fan of the TRS-80 color computer. Well, this is the little brother to that line of computers. And I recently did an episode showing you how to put an emulator onto your Windows computer so that if you didn't have a color computer, you could try it out. Well, in this episode, I'm going to show you how to set up an emulator for this computer. That's the first reason that I'm doing this video. The second is that on the CoCo Talk Live talk show, which is broadcast every Saturday on the I'm a CoCo Nut channel, we are going to be doing an MC-10 special soon. Now, tentatively right now, it's October 23rd, 2021. If that changes, I'll put a note down in the description of the channel. And I will also put a link to the I'm a CoCo Nut channel here on YouTube so that you could watch that if you would like. So that's the other reason that I'm doing this, so that you can try the MC-10 computer out if you don't own one and know what they're talking about on that show. Or you could try it out, and if you like it, you could watch that show. So let's get started. So the first thing we have to do is download the emulator. And near as I can tell, this page has the most up-to-date MC-10 emulator linked to it. I will put a link to this page down in the description. This also has a number of other TRS-80 emulators linked into it, so you can check those out if you would like, but you have to scroll down quite far to the bottom. So you get down to, where it's at, Other Computers, and you get to the MC-10 emulator right here. Click on that, save the file, then you can open it up, which comes out to this, and then just drag everything into whatever folder you want it to. I would take everything that's in here because there's a lot of stuff. So just in and into the folder, which I've already done already, so you can just drag it off and you're good to go. So let's switch over to the emulator. Alright, so this is my file folder for the MC-10. As you can see, there are cassette files, all kinds of cassette files, some that I've added myself, but a lot of these actually come right with the emulator. And the other one that you'll want to know is QuickType. So these are all text files, which you can open up. Let's just say asteroid. Open that up, and it is just a regular text file in Notepad. And you can write programs and put them as a text file into this, and I will show you how to load that into the emulator. So it's very easy to write programs not on the emulator. You can just play around with it in any kind of a text editor, and yeah, so go back here, just double click on the vmc10.exe, and there is your emulator. Okay, so here I have made the emulator bigger so that it's easier to see, and I will quickly go through your options at the top here. There's a lot of stuff. I won't cover it in too great a detail. So basically you can save your RAM, do a soft reset, hard reset. QuickType and play cassette file is how you get programs into the emulator, and exit the emulator. Under configuration, you can choose which system you want to emulate, either the Radio Shack MC-10 or the Alice. Now the Alice is the French version of the MC-10, a computer that I would absolutely love to have. Here's a picture of it. I just think that red computer looks so amazing. I would love to have one. And under memory, you can choose whether you want the original 4K of the computer, the 16K RAM expansion like I have on the on my real one, or a 40K homebrew RAM expansion, or load in basically the regular ROM or a custom ROM. And you can set for joysticks, printers. Now, oh, I missed one. I will go back. Here is the original MC-10 keyboard layout, and you can actually map this to whatever keys on your PC keyboard you want these to be. And they have all the words above all of these levels. Those are all the buttons here. Those are you get those by hitting Control and then whatever. And so they're just shortcuts for programming. And a sensible keyboard is, you set that for just your regular old PC keyboard. Or you can set it to the emulated keyboard. Videos and color, so this is your size of your window. I have it at 300% right now, so it's easier for you to see. And these are the different color sets. Sound, well, that's sound. System timing, so that's whether you have NTSC, PAL, a custom one. And under utility, loading binary files, saving RAM as a .c10 file, taking screenshots, going into full screen mode. Pasting would be adding things to a program you've already typed into this, transferring from like a text file. Or wave to CAS logger. I'm not sure what that is. And then under debugging, there's just all kinds of debugging stuff for when you're programming. If you want to get into programming this, you can check out all of that. So yeah, just all kinds of stuff so you can see how your programs are running, what's going on, what's displaying on your screen. So like from 4000, this is your screen display. Comes in handy if you're programming. All right, so let's take a quick look at how to load some programs onto this. The first thing we will look at is the QuickType. So just choose a game. As I showed you, these text files that you can make in any text editor. And so let's do alert. You just click on it, open it up, and it types in the program for you right from the text file, and just type run. There we go. And you're playing a game. And now we'll get out of this game with a hard reset. So now we will take a look at the play cassette file, but don't click on that right away, because as soon as you click on a cassette file, it'll start playing. First thing you have to do is cassette load. So CLOAD. The computer is now searching for your cassette file. Then you hit play cassette file. And you can hit that, and it's loaded in. This is actually the very first intro I made for my channel, which I did on an MC-10 computer. I did on the emulator here. Now, the other thing you might have to do, depending on what the program is, trial and error, you just get to know which it is CLOADM, which is for entering a file directly into memory. So there are certain games that have to be entered directly into memory, like, for instance, Pac-Man. So since this loads directly into memory, you have to execute it rather than run it. And here you have a version of Pac-Man on your MC-10 computer, and it is using the W, A, S, and Z keys for moving. So this is a really fun version of Pac-Man, and it's got a nice death sequence here. So I recommend trying this one out. There you go. That is how you start up an MC-10 emulator on your Windows computer. I think everybody should give it a try. There is so much being developed for this little computer right now. There's constantly new games being either made or ported to it. There's hardware being developed for it. It's a really fun little system. Not nearly as powerful as its big brother, the CoCo, but still has its own charms. It's a fun little system. So remember that MC-10 special is on the I'm a CoCo Nut channel, October 23rd, 2021. If that changes, I'll put a note down in the description. And also, if you tune into the CoCo Talk live show the week before, we will be announcing a game that we're going to be playing on the MC-10 for the Game On Challenge of the Week. Everybody is invited to participate in that. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what you can do with the liking, the subscribing, and or the commenting below, because anything and everything you do is always greatly appreciated. See you next time.